Hey guys, it's me Maro, and before this video begins, I'd just like to mention a couple things. One, this video is going to have spoilers in it for the FNAF movie, so if you're looking forward to the FNAF movie and you want to watch it, please click off this video and go watch it and then come back, just so you're not spoiled on anything, and yeah, there's that. And two, this isn't really going to be an in-depth review of the movie. It's more just going to be like what my thoughts on the movie are, and all that. So yeah, that's it for the beginning section. Let's get into the review. So around 3 days ago, I watched the FNAF movie, and well, it was a movie. I will say that. Um, I will say, just my personal opinion. I think the movie was really fun. The movie was really fun. It had a lot of cool stuff in it, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a good movie. And just my personal opinion, I'm going to explain why just a little bit later. But first, let me explain what happens in the movie, just so you have a little bit of an understanding if you've already forgotten. So basically, we follow Mike Schmidt, who is not Michael Afton, it's Mike Schmidt. Uh, Basically, he needs to find a job to support him and his sister because he's now in a court case against his aunt who's trying to take custody over his sister. So he goes, finds a job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and he works there for a while. But then lots of weird stuff starts happening. He meets Vanessa, who is an officer who basically has connections to the restaurant and tells Mike about like stuff that's happened here. Mike has been having this dream about how his younger brother, long ago, was kidnapped by someone, and he doesn't know who kidnapped him. And he's wanting to find out who did it, because obviously, revenge. The aunt decides to send four goons to Freddy's to go and break in and destroy it, and to basically show that Michael's not a good security guard, to hopefully get him fired, and hopefully get custody over Abby. But one of these people happens to be Abby's babysitter for when Michael goes to his job, or basically just goes anywhere. And then all these four goons, they die from the animatronics because they're destroying shit. So then Michael has no choice but to bring Abby along with him because there's no other babysitter. Uh, Michael, he just has her there, and they just chill for a bit. But then Abby actually makes a connection with the animatronics, because all the animatronics are nice to her. Because lo and behold, they're the ghost children. What? So yeah, they're being nice to them now. And fucking Vanessa basically explains like, oh yeah, there's ghost children in them and all that. And Michael had this idea because, and some points in Michael's dreams where he's dreaming about his brother being taken away by a killer, uh he sees the ghost children in his dreams, but they run away or whatever, and they don't really explain anything to him. So basically, they're just now being nice, and Michael has an idea they're all, just ghosts. But they have fun, they sing, they dance, they build forts. Yeah. But it's actually all just a cover up. Because here's the thing. They're trying to lure Abby in to make Abby one of them. Oh my god. But then Abby gets like electrocuted, so then Abby has to stay home. But then Michael decides that, maybe it's best if there's custody over Abby. So what he does is that he has the aunt basically just babysit Abby for a day or whatever, because he needs to basically try to find what happened to his brother back then. He needs to figure out. He wants to know who did it. So he goes back to Freddy's and he dreams about the same thing that happened. And then but it's different this time. This time there's no kidnapping or whatever, and everyone's just chill. And then he turns around, sees the ghost children, and they're like, "Hey, you can continue to have your dream like this, where your brother's like here again, but we want Abby." And for a split second, Michael's like, "Okay, yeah," but then he's like, "Wait, no, I can't. No, I can't." Then the ghost children start fucking attacking him in his dream, and then he wakes up and he's in the fucking incinerator, Freddy head, and he almost dies, but he escapes just barely. But then, as soon as he's escaping, he gets attacked by, I think it was Foxy. Yeah, Foxy, and then he gets taken away. Then he gets attacked even more. But then Vanessa finds him and basically takes him to like a back room to like heal him up with the bandages and all that. But while this is happening, uh, at home, at Mike's home, where Abby and the aunt is, Golden Freddy appears and kills the aunt and lures and basically takes Abby to Freddy's. And when she's there, she gets lured into the back room by Chica. And then while this is happening, Mike and Vanessa are having a little bit of a chat where Vanessa basically explains, like, oh yeah, it was a golden bunny dude who killed the children, and his name is William Afton. Also, I forgot to mention that William Afton was in the beginning of the movie who gave Michael his job, but his name isn't William Afton. But basically, Vanessa says that William Afton did it, and William Afton is actually her father, which is kind of interesting. So then Michael decides that he needs to go and save Abby, so he goes back to Freddy's. He shocks like 3 of the animatronics, like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and saves Abby from getting spring locked from a weird suit. And then while they're running, Michael gets bitten by the cupcake, and Abby runs and hides from Foxy. And then Mike tries to find Abby, but then he runs into William Afton in the Spring Bonnie suit, and they begin to fight. They begin to have a fucking big ass fight. Actually, it's just William Afton kicking Michael to the ground. Yeah. But then Foxy gets tased by Vanessa, and Vanessa saves Abby, and then they all encounter William Afton, and William's like, "Hey, listen, you're Vanessa. You're my daughter. You're the one who's been helping me with these fucking murders or whatever. So it's also your fault." And then fucking then they have a little bit of an argument, and then they start fighting a little bit, and then Green Bonnie, William Afton fucking stabs Vanessa, and then basically Vanessa's like kind of, I'm not dead, but whatever. Michael's on the ground, kind of just dying, but like he gets up and he tells Abby, "Hey, listen, you have to tell the ghost children what actually happened. You have to like draw them an image." So, Abby draws an image of uh, William Afton in the Spring Bonnie suit killing the kids, which makes them angry and turns on William Afton. Because originally, William Afton had an image of him in the Spring Bonnie suit playing with the kids, so the kids thought that he's nice. But now they're angry and they decide to fucking surround him, and the fucking cupcake bites William Afton in the fucking chest and Spring Bonnie chest, and then a spring lock failure happens, and William gets spring locked by the Spring Bonnie suit, and before he gets fucking taken away by the animatronics to the back room, he says that he always comes back. His famous catchphrase. He gets taken back. Michael saves Abby and Vanessa, and they all escape. And afterwards, fucking Michael and Abby, both of them start to have like a better connection with each other. The court case is dropped because the aunt is dead, which is not talked about at all. And Vanessa recovers, and then William Afton gets spring locked for probably 30 years. And that is the end of the movie. So, first off, I'd like to talk about things that I really like about the movie. It should be pretty obvious, but the visuals. The visuals are fucking amazing, man. All the suits, like, they all look really good. All the animatronics, like, especially fucking. Actually, I can't even pick my favorite. They all look too good. Like, they all look really, really fucking good. All the actors, I think they had amazing actors for this film, especially Matthew Lillard as William Afton. He did an amazing job. I just kind of wish he was in the movie more, but I'll get to that in a second. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say that there was any bad actors in this film because they all did surprisingly well. Another thing I liked about the movie is the music. I like how the music, they have the very intenseful scene, like music. like night 5. Um, they also have like some cheery music and some just like dancing music because it's like it's Freddy's Fazbear's Pizzeria, so it's gotta have that. Um, I like all the intense scenes. Like I love okay, I love the beginning first half of the film because it has the feel of FNAF. Like it's intense, it's kind of spooky. We see deaths, we see the animatronics like being mean and all that. We have night 5. Night 5 is really fucking cool. It's really intense. You have lots of cool scenes like you have Spring Bonnie appearing and the whole fight happening there. Like it's really really fucking cool. I really love it. One final thing I like about the movie is all the little references that are like spread throughout it. Like in the beginning of the movie, you got fucking Matt Pat appearing in the beginning, and he fucking says theory. Like goddamn, that got a point up in my fucking scaling for this movie. You got Sparky the dog, which was originally a hoax in FNAF 1, so it's kind of funny seeing him here as like an actual full suit. You got Corey as a taxi driver. You got all the FNAF YouTubers on the side of the wall, like as the employee of the month. You got like little like actual like merchandise of FNAF like in the place, which is it's pretty cool. So yeah, like you got some cool stuff like that, and I like that. So yeah, like this movie definitely has a lot of cool stuff with it, and it's definitely really nice, and it has the looks and feel of FNAF for at least it has the feel of it for at least a little bit. But now, sadly, all that good must also have some bad, because now it's time for me to talk about parts of the movie I don't like. First off, I'd like to mention that the pacing of this movie is a little bit I don't really like it. Like the first okay, around like like half the film or whatever, like around the halfway point, Michael figures out that the kids are possessing the robots, and he's fine with it. Like he's just a-okay. Like I don't know, man. That doesn't really see. I think it would have been more appropriate if he figured out that the animatronics are being possessed by the children, like a little bit later in the film, like starting to be like near the end. Like I don't know, maybe like nearing the end of night 4, or like the beginning of night 5 or something. Like more around that time, like not in half the film, or at least he should have suspicions of the children actually possessing the animatronics, because like he just straight up told. So it's like, I guess I didn't really like the dream sequences all too much, and it's mainly just because the second, third, and fourth ones kind of felt the same. Like at least with the first one, we get like note of what happened back then, of Michael's brother getting taken away and like being kidnapped, and then with the fifth one, it turns into something else. But like the second, third, and fourth ones are just kind of the same. I think it would have been best if it's just like they all combine into one, second, third, and fourth ones, and you just got like the first one shows brother being kidnapped, second one where it's the ghost children appearing and not listening to Michael and all that, and then the third one where it's the ghost children finally listening to Michael, but they're like, all right, we want Abby now. So there's that. One part of the movie I really did not like is that William Afton is only in it for 2 scenes. The very beginning, where Michael gets his job, and the very end during night 5. Like, I love that he was in the movie. Like, I love how he was played. I love what he did. It was awesome. But I wish he was in it more, because this is the problem. Like, I guess he's more of a surprise villain and all that, but like I don't know, man. It's kind of meh, because like there's no build up. Okay, there's like some build up, like with the whole Spring Bonnie being the thing that the kids were killed by. But like I don't know, and like the name drop of William Afton is like during night 5, so we don't even know who William Afton is or who the character in the beginning, because the character like William Afton in the beginning had a different name. I think it was like Reagan something. I don't know. But basically, he had a different name, so... Oh, fuck, I actually hit my... Fuck, we're fine. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, if the name drop happens
in the very end of the film, and then we see him again for just a second time, it's a little bit eh. Like, I think it would have been best, and this is gonna like come up with like another one of my points like very soon. I think it would have been best if he was like in the middle part of the movie. Like, maybe Michael calls him because the animatronics are acting weird and all that, so we have like another interaction with that. We just would It'd be best if there was like some more build up for William in the movie to make his like whole villain appearance actually like even more impactful and even more cool. I really did not like the fucking goofy bits that happen during fucking like nights 3 and 4. And like, okay, with nights 1 and 2, not much happens on those nights because it's like it's just the first one's the beginning, just explains, shows around or whatever. And the second one, I mean, I would say that some intenseful things happen in the second night, which is pretty cool. But then the third night, the animatronics are just acting nice. Like, yeah, okay. And then the fourth one, they build a fucking fort. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I think it would have been best if Michael was actually in more danger. Like, have every night be suspenseful. Because, like, night 5 is very suspenseful because, it's like a bunch of shit going down, and that's when Michael's in actual danger. But, like, why can't Michael be in actual danger in, like, nights 3 and 4? Like, right before the fucking big, intenseful night. Like, that would have been better because it would also give a reason for Michael to call William Afton because to tell him about the animatronics and all that and why they're acting really fucking weird. I guess I wasn't really a huge fan of Vanessa being the daughter of William Afton, but after looking at it a little bit more, I'm not too annoyed by it, and I can see why they did it. But I don't know. I think it would have been better if they just kind of followed the games where it's Michael being the son of William, because then we can have like lots of like character development, like character interactions between the two, because they're related to each other. But obviously, they want to do something different, which I support. And what they did with Vanessa being the daughter of William, I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. So yeah, there's that.
Last thing I didn't really like about the movie is the writing. With some parts of the movie, I didn't really like how it was just how it was. Like, I didn't like how Vanessa was, just at some points just fine with Abby being at Freddy's, but then, straight up fucking threatening Michael just because Abby got hurt once. I mean, yeah, sure, you can be mad or whatever, but she literally fucking says, like, yo, if you bring Abby here again, I will fucking shoot you. Well, not fucking shoot. I will shoot you. Like, bruh, why not be more subtle about, like, don't bring Abby here again, or hey, if you bring Abby here again, I will fucking arrest you, or something like that. Because she's shown to be a cop in the movie. Well, it's more like undercover cop because she's working with William Afton and all that. But why not make it more subtle and have it just be kind of like do it so it's like you cover it up or whatever. So there's just that. Obviously the fucking fort thing, it's kind of stupid. It's really, really weird how they did not touch up upon the aunt's death at the end of the movie, because after the aunt dies by Golden Freddy, which Golden Freddy appears only once, like as actual Golden Freddy, like he appears again like 2 times as like the child spirit, but like I think it would be better if Golden Freddy like appeared like more, because he's just kind of there as like, oh yeah, it's me going Freddy. I killed your aunt. Let's go to Freddy's. But like they didn't touch upon the aunt's death. Just like at the end, like that's kind of weird. In a way, it kind of makes it feel a little rushed because the main conflict of the movie, or that was being built up, and the reason why Michael went to Freddy's, just never gets touched upon again at the very end. It's kind of weird. So that's just like something else I really. Also, something I just am questioning. This isn't like a critique or anything. I'm wondering. So we got Spring Bonnie, right? We got Spring Bonnie. Does that mean Golden Freddy is like Fredbear? That's actually something kind of interesting. Because like he seems to be broken, like in some parts, and he can teleport. So he's like most likely more of a ghost. So is he Fredbear? Does that mean there's a Fredbear's Family Diner?
That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know if they go that far because it seems like it seems like they're just doing their own thing. There's no like Henry or anything, or there's nothing like that. But yeah, that's just something I realized. So yeah, that's stuff I liked and disliked about the movie. So I guess last thing I really should, or not last thing, but like thing I should say now is my rating on the movie. And originally when I came out of the theater, I gave it a 4 out of 10 just because I was kind of disappointed. But after looking back on it a little bit more, I'm going to give it a fair 6.5 out of 10 because there are more stuff about the movie I do like than dislike about the movie, but even then the dislikes are kind of big, like the writing and the pacing. Like that's a big part about a movie that if you mess up, it's gonna be kind of a bad movie. But this movie, okay, this movie isn't really supposed to be looked on critically though. It's supposed to be looked on more of like, just a fun movie for fans because that's what the creator of the movie said. It's like it's a movie for fans, not really for critics. But even then, I kind of would want to change some parts about the movie. Like even though I'm a huge fan of FNAF, and this isn't gonna be for everyone, I would personally change some stuff about the movie. Big thing is having Michael not figure out about the kids being inside the suits until like the very end. Uh, have every night be very intense and impactful, so we can have just like more shit going on, and have even some scary scenes in the movie, like make it even more scarier. Have William Afton show up way more in the movie. Well, not way more, but like more times in the movie than just the two, just so he can actually develop as a character and have his whole villain entrance be even fucking greater. And then I'd say also have the movie, instead of the movie being like more focused on kind of like a thriller, I would want it to be more of a detective mystery type movie where Michael, he's having his trauma of his brother getting taken away or whatever. So he goes to, he like I don't know, maybe there's like a connection to Freddy's at some point. Like he sees a connection with Freddy's to his brother, being fucking taken away and like kidnapped. So that's why he goes to Freddy's to try to figure out like where or what happened to his brother that's connected to Freddy's, because that would actually make it kind of a little bit more of an interesting story. So yeah, that's stuff I'd change about the movie. Uh, you know, again, I'm a little. I guess I'd say I'm a little disappointed with what we have, but I'm not 100% mad or 100% angry with what we got, because I will say the movie is fun. The movie is nice. It's nice to have because it's just a nice and fun movie that you can watch. It's got some cool shit in it. I like a lot of stuff in the movie, but it's not perfect. So I guess if you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. Even though if you're watching this video, it's probably you already watched it, but just go ahead and watch it if you want to, just for a fun time. Just don't watch it if you're not gonna. If you're expecting to like be scared or something, or expect to have a good story, and like just like good movie, I would say probably not this movie. If you're just looking for fun for a movie, then definitely watch it. But if you're looking for like a good like story movie and all that, I'd say go look somewhere else. But that's about it for the video. I guess thanks for watching and sticking around. Sorry this video is a little bit not too in depth. I've been working on other stuff besides this, and I've been kind of multitasking. So this is the last thing I've been working on for this month. But yeah, I'm gonna say it again. Thanks for watching and sticking around, and I'll see you guys in November, where I hopefully am not a succubus, where I'm fucking like, how many people was it? Oh, let me check. 3 billion. What the fuck?